Officials say homicides in Newton and Jasper counties are connected. We'll have the latest. Joplin City officials provide an update on COVID in the community.
Observing a grim coronavirus milestone from the White House to Capitol Hill. I'm Natalie Brand with how the lives lost are being honored, plus new changes to try and help the smallest of businesses during the pandemic.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities say 2 homicides in 2 different counties are related. This is KOAM News at 5. Investigators say the crimes happened in Newton County and in Avila, Missouri, which is in Jasper County. Authorities have identified the 2 victims found in Avila. They were 34-year-old Mason McClure and 34-year-old Nicole Hodges. Investigators say both victims had multiple gunshot wounds. The 3rd victim was found in a ditch along State Line Road and Angus Drive in Newton County. Authorities have arrested Kevin Johnson, a 24-year-old from Reeds, in connection with the murders. Authorities are not looking for any other suspects. Sarah Burton, a missing Joplin woman, would turn 31 today as authorities once again seek public help in finding her. Burton was reported missing on July 16th in 2018. There have been numerous leads in Joplin, Newton County, and Oklahoma and Kansas. Several searches have also taken place in the area but haven't turned anything up. Of course, if you have any information, you're asked to contact Joplin Police. Joplin City officials say COVID-19 numbers are looking a lot better. The city held a media briefing this morning where they broke down what the city has seen since last month. There's 40 active cases. The 7-day rolling average is down to around 7 cases per day. The positivity rate is around 7%. There are 33 hospitalizations in Joplin, and there's now been 124 deaths.
I think that's partly to do with the vaccinations that are taking place. I think it's partly to do with the amount of contagion we had in our community, and maybe there's a hair of a degree of herd immunity. But I think it has a lot to do with healthy practices and encouraging those things that we all know to be COVID responsible.
One of the city's biggest responses to the virus has been the citywide mask mandate, a mandate that's set to expire at the end of the month. We'll hear more about that tonight at 6. And it is almost swimming pool weather outside. Doug, is it going to stick around?
Yeah, actually, we're going to warm up a little bit more as we head into Tuesday. Fantastic day for us today. We have gotten rid of all the snow except the mounds that are left just due to plowing, but all 11 inches of snow is gone due to quite a bit of melting, at least over the past couple days. Looks pretty good. We have mostly clear skies outside for us right now, and I think we'll stick with mostly clear skies for us tonight, and then really into tomorrow as well. Next storm system pulling into the Pacific Northwest. That will start to affect us by the time we head into tomorrow night and Wednesday morning. But look at the temperatures, 55, 56, nearly 60 degrees in Grove, also Bonita. And it looks like we're going to have a pretty good evening. We'll drop back through the 50s, 40s, down near freezing later on tonight. We're going to warm up even more for us tomorrow, so of course we're going to be looking at that here in just a bit.
All right, Doug, thank you. The city of Carterville is still without water following a break in the water main last week. Carterville Elementary is in session without water. However, officials with the Webb City School District say the school had been out the past 2 weeks and the district had time to prepare. Superintendent Tony Rossetti says the restrooms are functional. Every classroom has a water station for the kids, and food service has fresh water. Bottled water was also made available. Now, according to the city of Carterville, crews are continuing to work on the line and hope to have water back on by noon tomorrow. This evening, President Biden and Vice President Harris will hold a candle lighting ceremony as the U.S. nears 500,000 deaths from the coronavirus pandemic. Earlier, the president announced changes to a small business program aimed at helping organizations with less than 20 employees, while also calling on Congress to pass his COVID relief plan. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
In remembrance of more than 500,000 Americans who've passed away.
A moment of silence on Capitol Hill, and later the president and vice president will mark a grim coronavirus milestone, crossing 500,000 lives lost to the pandemic in the U.S. The administration's top health officials held a virtual national forum on the COVID-19 vaccine.
We need to have not just one opportunity for vaccination, but opportunities for people to say, maybe not today, but next week I might be ready.
To address the ongoing economic fallout of COVID, President Biden announced several changes to the Paycheck Protection Program to try and help small businesses that are still struggling.
When the Paycheck Protection Program was passed, a lot of these mom and pop businesses got muscled out of the way.
Starting Wednesday, the administration will hold a special 2-week application period for businesses with fewer than 20 employees to allow lenders to focus on helping the smallest of companies. Additionally, $1 billion will be set aside to help sole proprietors and independent contractors. And it's also clarifying rules allowing non-citizen legal residents to apply to the program.
The American Rescue Plan targets $50 billion to support the hardest hit small businesses after this program expires at the end of March. Would you not help invest in them?
The president's $1.9 trillion relief plan passed out of the House Budget Committee today, setting the stage for a possible full vote in the House by the end of the week. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The National Forum on the COVID-19 vaccine continues tomorrow and Wednesday. Also tomorrow, executives from the 5 top COVID-19 vaccine manufacturers are expected to testify virtually before a House panel. That's a look at our top stories and a quick check of the forecast on the KOAM News at 5. Still ahead, the weather has caused significant impacts on COVID-19 vaccine delivery. We'll tell you what you need to know about the delays. And a little later, electric cars are becoming all the rage with consumers. We'll tell you who else is jumping on board the trend. Snow and record low temperatures have stalled shipments and deliveries of the COVID-19 vaccines across the U.S. and may create delays for those set to get their second dose. Others scheduled to get their first shot may have had their appointment canceled. Mandy Gaither has more on what you need to know on vaccine delays.
When it comes to COVID-19 vaccines, it's a waiting game.
We know many Americans are awaiting their second dose, and many more their first dose.
Both vaccines on the U.S. market require 2 doses, intended to be given 21 days apart for Pfizer and 28 days apart for Moderna. But if your appointment for a second vaccine dose was canceled because of weather delays or power outages, the CDC says you should still have time to get fully vaccinated, and that second dose can be administered up to 6 weeks after the first shot.
We're asking vaccine administration sites to extend their hours even further and offer additional appointments, and to try to reschedule their vaccinations over the coming days and weeks as significantly more supply arrives.
2 letters to major medical journals provided fuel for the argument that with coronavirus vaccine scarcity, people can skip their second doses, immediately doubling the supply for others. But top U.S. health officials say it's too risky.
The reason is, even though you can get a fair degree of, quote, protection after a single dose, it clearly is not durable.
Last week, vaccination numbers were impacted because of the weather. As everything begins to get back on track, White House officials are asking states, vaccination sites, and those giving vaccinations to help the country catch up.
If we all work together, from the factory all the way to the vaccinators, we will make up for it in the coming weeks.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
The White House announced over the next 2 weeks, 5 new COVID-19 vaccination centers will be opening up in Florida and Pennsylvania. Those sites chosen for their ability to help target vaccinations to those who are most vulnerable. Well, still ahead, the future of the auto industry could be electric, and taxis and ride-hailing services are taking note. Plus, the latest on an investigation into an in-flight fire on a Boeing jet.
Of course, it turned out to be a great Monday for us today. Warming up over the weekend, finally got rid of all the snow yesterday, so all that's left are really just the mounds from being plowed, as we've had a big turnaround in temperatures over the past couple days. Today was fantastic. In fact, look at our 24-hour temperature change. It's 10 to 15 degrees warmer right now than it was this time on Sunday afternoon. We're going to probably tack on another 10 to 12 to 13 degrees by the time we head into Tuesday. It looks great looking southeast from the station currently outside, sitting at 57. Southwesterly winds, nearly 20, so there's southerly winds kind of helping us warm up. Plus our humidity is low, so when the air mass is drier, you do warm up a little bit more. 57 in Iola, 60 in Welch, 59 in Miami, 56 in Carthage. Anderson is checking in at 58 degrees. And we have these south winds, southwesterly winds, helping those temperatures warm up. A little breezy. It's going to be a little breezy tonight, a little breezy for us tomorrow, but that just really helps our temperatures warm up. Through the evening hours, we'll slide back through the 50s, 40s, eventually 30s. We'll bottom out near freezing later on tonight. But clear skies, not much is going on here. In fact, the entire Central Plains look fantastic. So let's go west. We have this little ridge of high pressure out across the Rockies, and that's going to help us warm up even more tomorrow. Then our next storm system out across the Pacific Northwest, that will start to affect us by the time we head into tomorrow night and Wednesday, a weak system, but something we'll have to watch. All right, for us tonight, I think we'll have partly cloudy skies. We'll drop back into lower 30s, but tomorrow is going to be fantastic. Look at the south winds kicking in, 33 to start, 60 by noon, high temp is 66, maybe even a little warmer, south winds at about 10 to 15. Tomorrow night, clouds increase. We have a front that slides in after midnight. With it, we're going to get the clouds. We may get a little bit of drizzle, maybe a random shower or two into Wednesday morning, and then it passes on by. And Wednesday is going to cool down a bit, but still kind of in respect to how we have been, 53 degrees, looks pretty good by the time we head into Wednesday afternoon. So let's look at the rest of the week. We have a weak system that's going to pass to our south as we head into Thursday that could give us maybe a random shower. Friday looks kind of cool, but we start to warm things back up as we head into the weekend. And then here come rain chances again as we head into Sunday, also into Monday, another system late Monday into Tuesday. That one may give us a little wintry weather on the backside as we head into next Tuesday. So if we look at next week, you can see we're going to be mainly cool all week. We're looking at 40s to lower 50s, but really not that bad, but we are going to have plenty of chances for rain as we go through next week, and then really warming up the first full week of March. 66 tomorrow, 53 on Wednesday, maybe a morning shower. 47 on Thursday, 49 on Friday, warming right back up as we head into the weekend, but our best chances for rain over the next 7 days will occur on Sunday and then again on late Monday.
You know, I'll take the word rain over the word snow any day of the week at this point with everything we've seen over the last couple of weeks. It's been certainly a wild ride.
Yeah, it really has, and I mean, it's still winter. Meteorologically, spring starts on March 1st, but I think we'll still have a little more snow this year.
All right, well, I'll handle a little bit more snow. Doug, thank you so much. Well, still ahead, a call for Jeep to end its use of the Cherokee branding. But first, we take time to honor one of our many four-state heroes. Marvin Henderson served in the Navy in Vietnam, his hometown, Neodesha. We are proud to recognize Marvin Henderson, tonight's four-state hero. And of course, to learn more about other heroes or to submit one of your own at any time, all you need to do is go to our website, and that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Many automakers are amped about the future of electric-powered cars, and now some taxi and ride-hailing services are getting on board. Michael George explains.
Cabs are a common sight on New York City streets, but you've probably never seen one like this. The Tesla is a breath of fresh air for drivers like Rami Garib.
The car's so quiet, so nice.
Garib works for the company Drive Sally. Founder Nicholas Williams says they're transforming their fleet of cabs and rideshare vehicles from gas to electric.
We want to be a first mover in electric, and we think right now is an excellent time to really be starting that trend.
They're not alone. Uber and Lyft, the giants in the rideshare industry, have both committed to zero-emission cars by 2030. GM says it will stop producing gas-burning vehicles by 2035. Amazon is shifting its delivery trucks to electric. And now even local governments, including New York City, are buying electric buses. It's a business opportunity for e-cab companies like Austin-based Electric Cab North America.
The future is electric. I think that the transition is going to be very quick over the next 10 years, particularly the next 5.
Electric vehicle prices have been dropping the past few years, a trend that's expected to continue.
If we have cheap EVs where I can save, $50, $75, $100 a week on gas, that makes a difference for a driver.
And the shift to e-power could make a big difference for the environment as well. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, Peloton has a new treadmill that's a little less pricey, and it will be released in May. The Tread will cost nearly $2,500, almost half the price of Peloton's The Tread Plus. The new machine is a little slimmer than the original treadmill, with a lower maximum incline and a smaller screen. Peloton officials say they want to become a fitness brand and hope this variation will be more accessible. Peloton reported earnings of more than $1 billion during the quarter that ended in December. Well, the Cherokee Nation is asking Jeep to stop using its tribe's name on its SUVs. Jeep has been selling its Cherokee brand models for about 45 years. The automaker says its vehicle names have been carefully chosen over the years to celebrate Native American people for their nobility, prowess, and pride. But the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation says having their name plastered on the side of a car does not honor them, even if it comes from a well-intended place. Jeep says it's committed to an open dialogue with the tribe over this issue. This comes after other brands drop names and logos that are considered stereotypes and offensive, including the Washington football team, Land O'Lakes, Uncle Ben's, and Aunt Jemima. Well, Boeing officials are investigating the cause of a shocking mid-air engine failure aboard a United Airlines flight over the weekend. Camilla Bernal has the latest as Boeing recommends suspending some 777s from service over safety concerns.
An investigation underway.
There's a big boom.
And Boeing recommending all airlines suspend operations of some 777s after a terrifying flight for passengers aboard United 328 on Saturday.
The kind of sound you don't want to hear when you're on an airplane.
The engine of the Boeing 777 caught fire in mid-air, 20 minutes into the Denver to Honolulu flight.
I grabbed out my rosary. I was scared.
Thousands of feet below,
large debris falling from the sky, engine blew.
Debris raining down on Colorado neighborhoods as the flight returned to Denver International Airport.
All of this stuff really started showering down on the neighborhood.
The U.S. National Transportation Safety Board says a preliminary investigation shows 2 fan blades in the plane's Pratt & Whitney PW4077 engine were fractured, and the remaining blades also showed signs of damage. Though the findings are not yet conclusive, the FAA issued an emergency order stepping up inspections as United Airlines grounded 24 777s equipped with the same engines. Experts say this is drawing attention to an overlooked problem following similar incidents in recent years.
We've been playing Russian roulette with this problem for years now, and it's finally catching up with us. It's time to do something about it.
I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
Now, in a statement, Pratt & Whitney says they have dispatched a team to work with investigators and will continue to, quote, work to ensure the safe operation of the fleet. We've got a final check of the forecast right after this. The CBS Evening News is next. Then on KOAM News at 6, we'll have more on the homicides in Newton and Jasper counties. Plus, the city of Joplin provides an update on COVID in the city, and Newton County health officials say they're planning vaccine clinics this week. We'll tell you what you need to know. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and then KOAM News at 6. Doug Heddy joining us to tell us some good news, I hope, about what we can expect.
Yeah, it looks pretty good as we go through the next couple days. Tonight we're going to drop back near freezing, but pretty much clear skies, and then a nice warm up for us tomorrow. I think most of us are going to go 66 to about 68 degrees. It is going to be a little breezy, but we can take that. Clouds increase tomorrow night down to about 40. A little bit of drizzle and a few random showers into Saturday morning. We cool down a bit for the rest of the week, but make sure you get outside and enjoy tomorrow.
Yeah, it certainly looks nice. I've always wondered, it seems like whenever we have nice days outside of spring, they're always breezy.
Yeah, you need that southerly wind to help you warm up.
I'll take that southerly wind. It can stick around as long as it wants. Doug, thank you. Well, that's our time for now. We'll be back here at 6 following the CBS Evening News, and thanks for making us part of your night.